Buenos dias, Friki de Bici, riding my bici around Valencia, Spain, and it's been a pleasant surprise that riding has become such a big part of my life again, really a daily part of my life. As I was walking around the other day, it's like no one that we hang out with knows that I'm doing this, which is kind of a weird thing. I've never been one to run around saying, oh, this is what I do for work and so forth, you know? So something about it, I don't know, I always have felt weird. It's like I share my work with so many people, yet the folks that I actually am friends with, I've never, I don't, there's something weird about me in that way. I feel like I'm very lucky to do what I do, and what I do is work, and I do work hard, but I've got it pretty easy. And especially when I actually describe what I do and how I do it, it just almost sounds like I have it too easy, and that I'm somehow like bragging or something. Anyway, people don't even know that I'm doing this. Like, I think I saw somebody on the way here that we know, that we were at the beach with last night, and she probably saw my GoPro and was like, what is he doing? You know? If it was her, I think it was. I have to be better about that, because as I was walking the other day, one thing I was thinking about is I love doing this, and I know we've only been here 7 months, but I really love this place. This place is everything that I thought it was going to be and more. And there's always the challenges of settling in. For me, it's learning the language. I'm very frustrated with my progress, even though I've made progress. I'm at that point where my brain is taking in so much new information and trying to assimilate it, and I'm just not to the point where I'm able to pick up what the natives are saying, you know? What native Spanish speakers are saying at their own pace, in their own way. So it's almost like information overload, and it's difficult for me to take all that information and put it together in order to get what I'm thinking, what I'm hearing into my brain and out of my mouth in a way that it makes any sense. It's really, really hard. People are patient with me for the most part, 99.9% of the time, and that's great, but I still want to learn, and I want to learn now. So that's a tough part. As frustrated as I get with the language, there are challenges that I welcome with open arms. This is part of the process of growing and so forth that I've talked about so much in the newsletter, and is a big reason why we decided to do this move in the first place. But other than that, man, like, I just love this place and everything that it's doing for me. The fact that it's gotten me back into cycling the way that it has. And as I was walking, I thought to myself, wow, like, I'm doing this. I'm creating this Friki de Bici channel. I am Friki de Bici, and nobody that I walk by knows it. And it's not at all about wanting like recognition or wanting to be a YouTube influencer or star, because I would be delusional to think that I have any opportunity to achieve that status. But it's more about wanting to show the appreciation that I have for this place, and the way that it just, Springsteen has a line in one of his songs, something to the effect of the way it just takes you in and wraps its arms around you. That's the way I feel. It's the type of urban environment that makes me comfortable, that I like being in, and the people have been super nice to me, man. Like, I go to the olive stand in the market today and talk about my frustration with learning the language, and they're nothing but supportive. And it's those little things that like come together to make me really appreciate this place, and to want this channel to be one outlet for the appreciation that I have for not only the place. Venga, tranquila. But lost my train of thought when I let her go, but as an outlet for the appreciation that I have for this place, and also the privilege that I feel for being able to live here. So the fact that it was all able to work out for us the way that it has, and that we have a path forward to be able to stay here for the rest of our lives, is something that I'm thrilled about. And I do view it as a privilege to be here. I do view myself as an immigrant, not an expat. And I want the work that I do to reflect that. I want it to be a very, very small part of the record in this often mess of people talking about living abroad and people talking about moving to a place. There are so many things that just make me angry. People move and then all they do is complain about the place that they move to. And I don't want what I do to be part of that mess. I want it to contribute in a way that says, I appreciate being here, and I feel very lucky to be here, because I do. So that's what the channel is about for me, or one of the things the channel is about for me. And I want to be able to relay that sense of things. I like to think I do a pretty good job of it, but you know, I don't know. I also don't want to be overbearing about it, which is something that I know I could come off as doing, or maybe even have a bit of a tendency to do. So anyway, that's that. Something I think about a lot, and I think I need to be better though about letting people know what I'm doing. Because I do think, right, like that's where it starts. This idea, this sense of wanting to have what I do reflect me being part of the community and how much I love being here and all these things I just said. Really, yeah, it's, you know, you build a YouTube channel and you build different things and you get people that read and subscribe and all of that, and it's great. And it's part of how you make a living, and it's great you can do something you believe in and you're passionate about to make a living. However, to really get that aspect of it that I just articulated, those aspects of it, you need the local, on-the-ground word of mouth. You need the buzz. You need your friends. You need your acquaintances. You need people that you see all the time that are in your neighborhood, in your community, to say, oh, this is what Rocco's doing. It's, you know, it's pretty cool. Or we think it sucks, but it's cool that he's trying to do it. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and if you would like to support the project, I have some ways you can do that in the description below.